Well, hello and welcome to the channel again. As you can see, I am back in the UK. I have managed to get home from working abroad a little bit quicker than anticipated, which is all good stuff because it means I have more time to spend riding the bike and getting more footage up onto the channel. So this is my first ride out after I've just finished my quarantine, so I think I will take this opportunity to let you all know what I have planned for the channel over the next few weeks. So if you're interested to know what's coming up, hang around, but first of all, roll them credits. Okay, hello and welcome back after the credits. So the big question, what is coming up to the channel? Well, I'm looking at doing 3 tours back to back really. I'm going to start on the east coast of Scotland and do the East Coast tour, the East Coast 200. As soon as I've completed that, I will head west to central Scotland and I will do a loop which is called the Heart 200. Now, I have never done either of those routes, so it'll be new to me, but I believe that they are very scenic and some fantastic roads, so both of those should be something to look forward to. Once I finish the Heart 200, I'm going to take a leap across country further to the west, and I am going to do the western part of the North Coast 500. We'll go up the west coast of Scotland. I may even take a little trip over to Skye as well, and do a little loop around Skye, then head on up through Ullapool and on to John O'Groats. Once we get to John O'Groats, I plan to leave the North Coast 500 route and come back down south through the central spine of Scotland, the Highlands. Again, there are some fantastic roads, lots of roads that I've never done before, so that should be absolutely amazing scenery and some good footage and good entertainment for the channel and you, the viewers. Wow, just look at this road. This road, ladies and gents, is what I would say 40 minutes away from my house. It is absolutely amazing. Every time I come up here, I'm just blown away at how lucky I am to live in the Scottish borders. Also on the channel, I am going to be doing some more technical videos. I plan to install a 15 tooth front sprocket to the bike before I go on the tour, just to change the gearing a little bit and give me a little bit more, well, not more top end speed, but the top end speed at a lower amount of revs, if that makes sense, just to change the gearing of the bike a little bit to make it more comfortable doing long motorway miles. So I will be showing you how I go on with the install of the front sprocket, and I will be doing a side-by-side comparison so you can actually see on the rev counter what difference it makes to the bike. And then in between those, if I get a chance and the weather is kind, I may also do some day rides or just over sort of 1 or 2 days, and I will be going out to some famous film locations in Scotland, so places where they filmed Harry Potter, Skyfall and a few other famous films and programmes, and just out of interest, something different to do, taking a ride out to those locations and seeing what they are like in real life. So that's what I have coming up to the channel during this ride today. I suppose I would also like to address some of the comments that I've had on the channel over the past few months while I've been away in the Middle East working. first of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, and thank you for all the comments that you're leaving. They are very encouraging. As I've said many times before, I don't have any professional qualifications in media studies or photography or anything to do with mechanics. I'm just an average Joe who, you know, his wife bought him a camera one Christmas and I strapped it to the bike and just started waffling away into the camera as I was riding along. With that said, I am trying my best to improve my videos, and all your comments, your constructive criticism is very much welcomed, and I always try to learn from it and make changes to improve things for you. So with that in mind, I had a comment off a guy, I think his name is Alex. I think he's got a channel called Sci Vlogs, if that is correct. Oh, hey up, we've got some wildlife in the road here. Could have a standoff here. Come on, out of the way. There we go. How cute is that? Off we go. The joys of living in the countryside. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, like I said, this guy's name was Alex, and he sent me a very polite message regarding the WRS screen that I reviewed, and he went out and he bought this screen and he found that he got different results from the screen. He said he didn't find it much improved on the standard screen. I hate it when things like this happen, because I always try to give a truthful review, an unbiased review, and you know, I really stand by what I've said with this screen. I think it's a fantastic screen for me personally. So we got our heads together to try and find out why our view of the screen was so different, and it turned out to be something really simple. And I must admit that it's my fault, because what I have learnt from this episode and his feedback is that I should be giving more information when I do my reviews on bikes and different products, as in I should be giving my own personal physical dimensions, because obviously your body size, your weight, your height, even the type of helmet that you wear and the gear you wear will all have an effect on things like screens and motorcycles in general, from what results you will get back. So I would just like to say to everybody, I apologise for all my reviews that I haven't given that information. I will be giving that information in the future whenever I do a product or a motorcycle review. But it was just a simple thing. It turns out that he is around, I think it was 10 or 15 centimetres taller in the torso when sitting on the bike. So that made all the difference with the screen, because at my height, when I'm sitting on the bike at speed, I get a wind blast just right on the top of my helmet. I can't really feel it, I can just hear it above the top of my helmet. But you know, if he's 10 to 15 centimetres taller, that'll put him up here, and that will put his head in the wind blast, and it's going to cause turbulence and tumbling of air, and he's going to get a lot of buffeting, which was the case with the screen when he bought it. So it's a valuable lesson learned. I must also mention a guy, he's got a channel called Lone Wolf. He does a lot of TRK orientated stuff. It's a very good channel, so check that channel out if you're into your TRK kind of orientated viewing. He was involved in it as well, and we all got together and we all did our measurements, standing up against the wall with our backs flat to the wall, so on and so forth, and we come to the conclusion that it was the difference in height that was causing the difference in results from the screen. So yeah, that's basically covered that one. I had another comment on one of the videos I did about the oil change. Basically this guy decided that he was going to write in capital letters that I'd done the oil change wrong, I'd put too much oil in, I hadn't checked the manual, blah blah blah. Yeah, I haven't got a problem with that. If you want to write in capital letters all over my channel saying that basically I don't know what I'm doing, that's fine, because as I say at the beginning of my videos, I'm not a mechanic, I'm just showing you how I do things. Here is an actual screenshot of my manual. So I did check the manual, and that's the amount of oil that I put in. In all fairness to him, I did review the video and look at it myself, and how it's come out on the film, it does look, when you look at the oil level, as though there is too much oil in. So I admit that. All I can say is it was just how the camera picked it up, because to the naked eye it looks fine, and because I reviewed this when I was over in the Middle East, I couldn't actually go out and look at the bike. I got quite worried. I was thinking, did I actually put too much oil in? So the first thing I did when I came back, I went to the garage, got my phone out, and this is the shot in the light in the garage, and as you can see from this footage here, it's just at the right level. So you know, all constructive criticism is welcome. Please be a little bit polite, you know. I do this out of my own time, you know, I don't have to do this. If you don't like the videos, then just scroll on and watch somebody else's. But yeah, so that's that one covered. I've just raised that because really, you know, I don't want anybody to think that when I do a technical type of thing on the bike that I don't do my due diligence. I would never ever knowingly tell somebody or show somebody to do something that could cause harm to them personally or could damage their motorcycle. I would never do that. So, you know, obviously I had checked the manual before I put the oil in to make sure that I'd got all the right components, the right amount of oil, the right type of oil, so on and so on. Yeah, so that brings me on to, let's talk about reviews in general. Please, everybody out there, do not buy products just on my say so. If I say something's good, and it's not just me, with any reviewer, any channel you go on, do not buy products or bikes based solely on one person's review, because as I've said many times in my reviews, we are all different shapes and sizes, we all like different things. What is one man's pleasure is another man's poison. So with that said, you could look at the point, well, what is the point of reviews? Why bother watching them at all? Well, I was thinking about this last night, and there are two reasons really. Number one is the entertainment value. You know, I love motorcycles, I love watching motorcycles, listening to motorcycles, listening to people talk about motorcycles, you know, and I get a great entertainment value from watching reviews. I watch reviews of bikes that I have absolutely no interest of ever buying or owning, but it's still interesting and I enjoy to watch the reviews about them. So there is that point of reviews. And you know, if you are researching a product or a bike that you're thinking of buying, although you can't go 100% on the review, there is still some value to be had to looking at the reviews. You know, if I was thinking of buying a bike, a certain type, what I would do, I would go out and I would watch as many reviews by as many different reviewers as I possibly could. So, you know, perhaps watch 30 different reviews of the same bike by different reviewers. And then I would do what we in the military we call a squad average. So, you know, out of those 30 reviews, if 25 of them say that the seat was really hard and uncomfortable, that may be something I need to check out when I ride the bike, because, you know, the chances are 25 out of 30 are saying it's got a hard, uncomfortable seat. It most probably has. So, you know, that there are good aspects of using reviews to look at bikes that you're thinking of buying or products, but just don't take them as gospel, because everybody is different, and what I like or what the next reviewer likes, you might hate. So please keep that in mind when you watch my channel and when you watch everybody else's channel. You know, you can't be sure of anything until you go out, test it yourself. Oh wow, look at this. Just every time I come up here I am just blown away by this countryside, especially this time of year, because for me this is the optimal time of year for riding a bike. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just that lovely temperature. You get such variation in the weather. You know, you can have stormy days, you can have sunny days. It is the perfect time to be riding a motorcycle in the UK, especially in Scotland, because the midges aren't out yet, the dreaded midges. Absolutely amazing. So I'd just like to ask at this point, if you're enjoying the video, please can you press the like button and the subscribe. Pressing the like button really does help with the Facebook algorithm, helps get the video out there and shown to more people, the more likes that it gets. So, you know, it takes 2 seconds. Please press that like button. And also I'd just like to say, continue with all the comments, whether they're positive or negative. Like I say, I do take them all on board and they are all welcome, and I will definitely try to accommodate all the comments that I get in the future. Also, if you have anything that you would like for me to cover in the future, any ideas for videos, I will do my best to accommodate those and get them up on the channel. Recently I had a comment suggesting that I show how I get all the different shots, sort of behind the scenes type of video, what equipment I use, how I use the drone and things like that. So I'll be doing a short video on that as well. So look out on the channel for that. I have absolutely no idea or plan on when or what order these videos will be coming up. Just as the weather permits, I will be shooting the videos as and when I get the opportunity. This little village, if you could call it that, small, I don't even know, hamlet perhaps is the better word. This is Howman in the Scottish borders. Beautiful place. I should imagine it is very difficult to get to in winter time though, when it snows. My wife works out in the community. She's a community carer, and last winter, not in this area but very close to this area, she actually got stuck in her car in snowdrifts. Had to put an emergency call out, and local farmers had to come with tractors and snow plough the road so that she could get her car out and get back home safely. Certainly when it snows here. Well, as I'm riding along as per usual, because I'm not professional enough to pre-plan what I'm going to say and do on these videos, I keep thinking of more and more things that I've missed out. With regards to what I've got coming up on the channel, another great idea somebody sent to me was about camping equipment that I use, what tents I use. So I'm going to be doing a short review on that. I've got 2 different tents that I use, so I'll be putting those up and showing how I set up camp when I'm out touring on my bike. So that will be a review that is coming up. And another review that I've thought about, I've got some new kit, as in a rider parallel, is that how you pronounce it? I've got a new helmet coming, which is going to be the Icon Airflight, so I will be reviewing that helmet. I have these gloves, which are Triumph Cruiser gloves, I think they call them. So I will be doing a little review on those, and I'll most probably give you a quick update on some of the other stuff that I bought last year and reviewed, and I'll tell you how I've been going on with the kit on a long-term ownership. review. Well, I'm nearly home now. All that's left to say is everybody out there ride safe. Bike Rider Reviews out.